I want to put a bug in everybody's ear that we recorded last week's episode with me not really knowing what you did or didn't want to talk about with all the WWE news.
Yeah.
And in between episodes, you said, hey, man, are we not going to talk about? So let's talk about it.
I think you have to. I mean, our show is a stroll down memory lane.
It is.
And I have said, hey, a lot of people are offering the same tour.
Yes.
It's just a matter of who you feel comfortable with as your tour guide.
There you go.
And so I'm really very thankful for everyone who chooses to have me take them on this stroll down memory lane. But I think when something is this big, I think we should touch on these things. So
let's talk about it. You know, there's lots of, as you and I are recording this, there's lots of uncertainty in wrestling right now because the news is out. Vince McMahon is coming back to WWE. He had abandoned ship, and now he's coming back. He's ousted 3 board members, made room for himself, George and Michelle, his former leadership group, and they're now back as board members. He plans to be the executive chairman or whatever his title is, and boy, there's lots of nervousness out there.
It's the second shortest retirement in WWE history.
You guys are in a race.
Following only mine, which lasted for 6 weeks. Hey, look, I mean, you probably know Vince very well by extension through your relationship with JR, doing Grilling JR. JR's got probably, and with Bruce, right? Nobody spent as much time over the decades as those two guys. And I know JR had told me years ago that he was worried for Vince in retirement because JR's, it's safe to say JR's a workaholic is there is a negative connotation because you apply so much of yourself to working. But even he's got the Oklahoma football.
He's got stuff.
He has stuff that he loves in his life. And I don't think Vince loves his family unconditionally. Of course. But I'm talking about hobbies.
No.
You know, there's no golfing. There's none of the things that you usually associate with men of his age. No scrapbooking for Vince, right? No bird watching. Like, his business was very, very personal. Like, his life revolved and his family revolved around the business. So that was one of my concerns is what is he going to do? What is he going to do? He loves working. I can't imagine him not being, not being there in that gorilla position. It would seem like something was amiss if he wasn't there behind it. With that being said, I think the company's has been in a really good direction. There's a reason why Jerry Lawler and Jerry Jarrett changed up the book every 6 months.
Yes.
Whether it was needed or not, it was a pair of fresh ears and eyes on the product, and they all put their own stamps on it. And I think Hunter has had a chance to do that, and it's a really fun show with a lot of improvements made. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be there. This is family, and now it's become competition. So I don't know. It sounds like it has the possibility of getting ugly. I feel for Vince, and I care very much about Vince as a person. I've had my ups and downs with him over the years. But that's been largely business. You know, always respected him, always genuinely liked him, and I want to make sure that this guy who meant so much to my life is happy.
Yes.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I was given the Iggy a few months ago that something might be happening, and now it's happening. It's going to be interesting, for sure. But Vince coming around with you're talking about a guy who literally single-handedly stole last year's Mania with the stunner for the ages.
Sorry, Stone Cold.
Sorry, Steve. Steve was surprised that I said that his match was my favorite match of the night, of the weekend. Yes. I thought that Austin and
Kevin Owens
tore it up. It over-delivered in every way imaginable, and it would be really a difficult time of the year. I mean, Vince has got 2 children, but WrestleMania is his 3rd baby, right? It's his. I can't imagine the loneliness, that he must feel not having that company. So it will be really interesting. I want what's best for the company, what's best for the individuals involved, and that might not be might not be possible for everyone to come out happy.
I think it's going to be possible. I mean, I know that there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of folks who are nervous, but you know, if he has more invested than anyone else, and I don't think it's unrealistic or unreasonable to think that he would want to be involved in media rights talks or sale talks.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who are saying, hey, this could be a way for him to take the company private or for him to sell it to this company or that company. And I guess he's apparently enlisted the help of JP Morgan to at least start the sale talks. It's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. But I, for one, don't necessarily expect major changes right away. It's just my gut feeling. What say you?
I don't know. I don't know. He's Vince.
Yeah.
It's in his nature to shake things up.
It is.
Right? I mean, it's in Vince. It may not have been the most efficient way to write a show and to perform a show where a gentleman takes a Sharpie through 6 days of hard work.
Correct.
But I believe that's how Vince feels he works best.
Yes.
Under pressure. That's his way of doing things. I think he loves the idea of shaking things up so that he can thrive. I don't know if that means he would shake things up after the Rumble, before Mania, or wait until afterwards, but it's going to be interesting for sure.
It's amazing to see how the stock market even responded to the news. You know,
how did they respond?
In the 5 days after, it was up 27.78%.
Wow.
So to go up 27% in just a handful of days is remarkable, and we'll see how it shakes out. I, for one, am excited for what the future looks like. And, you know, a lot of people have thought WWE was developing a sense of sameness for a while. Well, that feels like that's out the window right now. Yeah. So be careful what you wish for.